Hey there, how are you doing? So this one's going to look at the couch stretch a little deeper as we go through. You can see here that I've got my affectionately named Gandalf staff here because you shall not pass. No, I'm just kidding around. But it's quite long. It's I think it's almost 6 feet long. Dowel probably is 6 feet long, so I'm sure that's probably what it's sold as. So that's what we're going to work with. That's what I have. You can use a broomstick at home, but you need something that's pretty long to get the full benefit out of this. The taller you are, the longer of an object you'll need. I'm just over 6 feet tall, and you're going to see that even in my initial position here, I'm already reaching the top of this pole. With all that being said, quick revisit on what couch stretch is. I don't know why it's called couch stretch, but that's what it's called. So couch stretch is looking to stretch mostly our quads and the anterior chain of our hip. So this is the most elaborate version where the laces of my shoe, okay, or the top of my foot is planted towards the wall. I then come into what I call the hip opening positioning. So we can get deep into the hip flexor here. We can gently move around, okay? And I'm also opening up the hamstring and adductor on that forward leg. The important part here is that ideally we get full hip extension, okay? We get a straight line. You can see with that dowel there, I have a straight line from my knee to my shoulder. Okay, we get this with our knee against the wall before we go anywhere else, okay? If you're able to get there, the next step then is to become upright, and this is where our dowel starts coming in. So as I do this, I'm going to use my knee as a support and the dowel also as a support. The higher up my hand goes, the deeper of a stretch I'm going to get through that deep front line. Okay, important part is that we don't get any pinching through our back, okay? That everything stays through here. Squeezing our bum will help with that, helping keep that hip stable. The further back that dowel comes to the wall, the deeper of a stretch I'm going to get. I'm pretty flexible here. You probably won't get here on your first couple of attempts, and that's okay, no problem. We can add little gentle ranges as we want to or can. Okay, you'll see I can push my hip away, move around as much as we kind of can or need to. Okay, as you get even more into this position, you can bring the dowel to the other side to then create a longer stretch, longer line as you go through. Again, be careful with this. Okay, you can become too flexible, but that's rare. Most people just aren't flexible enough in that range. I'm going to do the other side real quick so you can see. Again, my knee is going to go right up to the wall. If you're not quite there, no problem. Bring your knee further away from the wall. So instead of being right up, we're here to start. But it doesn't matter because the big thing is that we get that hip extension. Remember, my hip needs to come down and forward. So we get that straight line. Okay, so I pre-qualify, get my hip forward, get full hip extension. Okay, I'm there. I come upright, using my leg and the pole as a support. And then I come nice and tall. Adding little gentle ranges as I need to or can. Okay, one side is often different from the other, and that's okay. Starting to move around a little bit, create a longer line, longer stretch. As it loosens up, I can come to the other side of my body. Okay. Some people do experience hamstring cramping with this, probably because they're just not used to having their hamstrings shortened that much. That's okay, just drink more water and come out of the position. The one thing I haven't hammered home a lot on this is the further away your knee is from the wall, the easier of a stretch it will be. The closer to the wall, the further up the wall your foot gets, the harder of a stretch it is, or the more advanced. Good luck, have fun, be safe. Let me know if you have any questions.